Noise Poetry Nummer 3. Him and her. Are you and him? Him, 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 him. Him and him and him. The no. Him and him and him. And him and him and him, him, him. And him, 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 him. And him and him, 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 him. Him. Him and him and him and him and him and him and him, 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 him. And you will you, him, and him. Or you are a you. A you. You are. Will you? Are you? And this is you are as you and him and him. You must live in a form that is to live in, so lead in the system. You and you will multiply as a result. Other mold made in formal thought, the you and you and you and you and you will and I is a process that is. Unless you are a you. You and his and new. He is a you, a vessel, and from him and said, even though the film in a film. You to you and you, him and him and him and him and him and him and you are one of you. The you and him and him and him and him, his own cool off. And on in the field of $1 is a you and him and bold are who you are. Will you know you are? You are and you are all done. In you and him and him and him and him and him and him. And to help you out in him and him and you and are you you and him and him and him and him and him and him. Ich überspringe. Will is limited in what you do. You like to are different direction. And you are in a you. People are who are you? And that a good film with a little and you will serve. You little.